You think you've got what it takes. Challenge the one in best of one. You know right where to find me.
We have returned to the CGB Dojo, the Cool Kids Club Dojo.
When you go up against the one in best of one, it's a tough battle.
I fear no goblin. If I make you feel bad for goblins, I'm doing my job, guys. I like taking that cool thing that the opponent's excited about doing and squashing it.
True villain mode has been activated.
Why won't you die? Never didn't have it. You cry those tears, opponent. The only one in best of one.
There's only one in best of one.
Oh my god! Let the nonsense begin.
All I can hear is your voice in my head.
Yep.
Telling me I should have just
The heck is this? Hello? Hello?
But the lights are off and no one's
Who
home.
picked this as entrance music?
Empty road, looking for a sign that I'm still here.
What the heck?
Turn my face into the wind start to lose my place again. Has this all just been a dream?
What is this poppy stuff? Who chose this? Who's been in my playlist? Thank you, Titan Lord MTG, 21 months on Prime. What is you fuck? 16 months on Prime. Appreciate you guys. Coming in kicking YouTube's butt on memberships. Bam, bring it. You like the hoodie? Let me show you. Beholder! Uh-oh. Handling cords and wires that I definitely don't have an issue with. Beholder, a hoodie. Yeah, the jokes are endless. The possibilities are endless. Hi, good morning. What's up? Hello, it's me, it's CGB. I'm the one in best of one. If you think that drip is cool, wait till you see me on transition. Drip Shop Live. Wait till you see me on Drip Shop Live in the very near future. February 17th, in fact, Saturday. I have a whole, they tell me I have a whole case of Murders at Karlov Manor collector boosters to give away to my fans. Give away. We figure out who our winner is, we open them on the stream, we show you what sweet stuff you get, and we send it to you. That's pretty epic, right? It'll be simulcast to YouTube and simulcast to Twitch, but you'll need to get a Drip Shop account. I'll have a link for you to do that. So wait until the day of to get your account so that you sign up through the right link. Because if you use my link, I get credit for the account, and you get a $15 credit to spend on a purchase of 50 or more when you decide to become a customer at Drip Shop Live. Is it similar to Whatnot? In my experience, yes. So, make some time on Saturday. I'm actually pretty excited to hook you guys up with some free stuff. There's also going to be an item for sale. I'm very excited about this item. It's going to include a CGB playmat, signed CGB tokens, a signed CGB-ified fervent champion, because I still have 1 million of those somewhere for those who have been longtime watchers of the channel. And it's going to have a certain number of mystery items, cards that I've opened that I really love. And we're going to include a special selection of them in each mystery box. So those are going to be for sale. There's going to be a limited number of those. So, yay. The sound is muffled. One person says my sound is muffled. In my experience, more people will complain about my sound if it's muffled, but let me know. Is my sound muffled? Retro, thank you for the 8 months. International, yes, international is real. International is real. We're sending all over the world, bitches. In theory, Music is loud. I want to gag every time. Every time. The music is loud. What happened to Magic players? They all got too old, man. They're afraid of the music. There's no way. Just little people afraid of a little happy sound. Yeah, it would be nice if Twitch would like break out the music, because I can break my music into tracks, but I can't give you guys the ability to turn it up or down, which is too bad. That would be fun. That would be fun. The almighty squirrel, thank you for the sub. I built my first commander deck. Rarest card I got went straight into a hard case. It's a 5/5 flying Dragon Rider token. I know what token that is. Guys, when are you gonna learn? I don't say anything of value. If the music's too loud, just turn the whole stream down. Like, I'm not saying anything relevant of any kind. I've been just on here saying bullshit for 6 years, and you guys complain about the music being loud? The music's more valuable than my mouth. Let's be real for a minute. T Perfect, thank you for the 199. More mono blue mill, please. What? That can't even be a functional deck. I'm telling you, it takes a lot more than $2 to get me to play jank like that. But by all means, keep trying. Keep trying. Rune Crab back in standard? Yeah, that would help. I still wouldn't play mono blue. I don't know. I'm having a good Monday. You guys watch the Super Bowl? Oh, a load of crap that game was. Lamest Super Bowl of all time. Overtime, I didn't know an overtime football game could be that boring. Just so boring. I think I fell asleep twice. Anyway, I don't know. Just, what an eye roll. Oh, look, Patty Mahomes is running again. There he goes. Should we stop him? No, if you hit him, it's a 15-yard penalty. Okay. Bye. Anyhow, let's get to the clickbait part of the show. We're going to be reviewing competitive results. Competitive results. Your wish is my command now. We turn off the music. We're reviewing competitive results from Magic the Gathering Online, featuring, of course, Murders. Did it save standard? Are the Murders cards impacting? Are they making new archetypes? Are they solving problems in the meta? These are competitive best of 3 results. So let me make something very clear to most of you. We are not reviewing your best of 1 gold experience. It means absolutely nothing to the pros, okay? Okay? Your best of 1 I lost to Sun Falling gold experience is irrelevant to the content right now. All right, let's Let's chill. Let's chill with our little toilet gaming meta, and let's look for sources of inspiration. Let's look at the people who really invest their mega gigabyte 250 IQ supercomputer powered brains. We're talking NASA rocket scientists, okay? We're talking the people behind the Google algorithm at Silicon Valley, okay? We're seeing what those types of people, not the little Johnnies, Jimmies, and Timmies, we're seeing what they play. And where they play Magic is a place called MTGO, Magic Online. They, on the weekends, throw down in serious events. And we're gonna see if they found the gems. What did they find that works in Murders, the new set? The first competitive results from that set. Here we go. Are you ready? Standard Challenge 64, February 11th. And the winner is Bless Vaughn, taking down the finals with... Hold on. I can help your eyes. I can save some of your eyeball powers. Here we go. Here we go. In fact, you know what? Let's just load it right up into MTG Arena, baby. I'm sure it's the nuts. I'm sure it's the nuts. Untapped. Can you can you maybe get off my screen, you little gremlin? Thank you. All right, here it comes. The winning deck is let's see, we've got blue and we've got white and we've got black. So that makes it Esper. 3 cut downs, 2 destroy evil, 3 make disappear, 4 deep cavern bat, 4 go for the throat, 3 Denic pious apprentice, 4 Rafines, 4 wedding announcement, 2 wandering emperor, 2 virtue of loyalty, 1 Aklazats, 2 Gix's commands, land. I'm sure that there's some murders technology in the sideboard. There has to be some murders technology in the sideboard. Destroy evil, disdainful stroke, anoint with affliction, Kaido Shizuki, Aklazat's negate, Lauren, temporary lockdown, Tidebinder, Night Clubber, Kaido number 3. There isn't a single new card. How could this be? Where's the detective synergy? Where's the investigate synergy? How did Alquist Prof not make an appearance? How could this be? Wizards, you're meta! No Shieldred. Shieldred got cut from the deck in favor of more interaction, I guess. I mean, quite honest. And Gix's command. This has to be a nod to the Boros deck. That's what it has to be. This has to be a nod to the Boros deck. But that's the thing. Like, look at this deck. It's got 4 go for the throats. It's got 2 destroy evils and 3 make disappears. A Shieldred the Apocalypse is mostly dead on arrival, and if everybody is aware of that, then what's the point of running Shieldred? Remember the dies to Doomblade argument that everybody said didn't apply, you know, because Shieldred's that good? Shieldred still dies to Doomblade. The point was you could actually protect it. You could actually run people out of Doomblades, but it looks like the meta is shifting in a way that you can run more Doomblades than ever. So that is your champion. Not a single new card necessary. Not a single new card in this. All right, second place. Let's look a little deeper. Let's dig a little deeper. There's got to be somebody out there doing the work. There's got to be somebody out there unlocking the power of the new cards. I mean, why did we ban Invoke Despair, Fable, the Mirror Breaker, and Bankbuster, if not to make room for some new cards in this format, right? Second place. Ooh. I recognize these cards. I know these cards. It's blue, white, control. And it runs 4 marches, just like the deck list I put out today. Oh my gosh. Actually, I'm very, very happy. I did not see this list when I released that deck list, so I feel really good about this. There are no more lies. The best new card in the set for yours truly might just be the best new card in the set, because here it is, the first one that we're seeing get play. 4 freaking lockdowns. That should tell you a lot about the meta. 4 Sunfalls and a Farewell. 9 sweepers. No hard counters. No dissipate. No negate. Just no more lies. 4 Deluge. 4 Wandering Emperor. 4 Quick Study. Holy moly. WinCon is suffering. I know, isn't it beautiful? Yeah, no whales. That makes sense. The marches. This was the thing that I found that gave me the most hope. It really is. 1 Mirrex. Okay. 4 fields. Cool. No Seachrome Coasts. No interest in the fast land. I think it's a lot better. I think the fast land is a lot better in best of 1, if I'm being real. The fast land in best of 1 keeps you from taking too much pain if you need to play your spells early. In best of 3, you don't usually need to move that fast, or you're not punished as hard for the pain land because aggro isn't as powerful. Let's see the sideboard. Get fucked, mono red. Let me see if this works. I want the new slogan of the channel to be get mono red. Did you guys hear a beep when I did that? Yeah, that does show up. Get get mono red. Let's just practice. Get mono red. Get mono red. Get mono red. Can you hear me say it? I gotta practice. It's actually very cathartic. Get hugged, mono red. That's right. Get mono red. 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 Okay, I'm feeling great. I'm having a day. Somebody, that's gonna be the new thing on the channel. Sorry, kids. 4 Seed Sharks, 3 negates, 4 knockout blow. Get mono red, and 4 Tidebinders, which was a card I was experimenting with in this deck and eventually decided wasn't right for best of 1, but it's pretty sweet. I wonder if I got turned off at my local game store. They sometimes put my streams on. Was that automatic? No, I have to hit a button. Just me being friendly. Friendly to the 5 children in the audience. All right. No more lies. No more lies. Somebody said the lands aren't new. Nope, none of the new land. It's literally 4 copies of No More Lies. That's the new card. All right. Well, that's it. The current count is 4 copies of No More Lies. Let's check the next deck. Are you ready? I think I'm just going to load them up like this. We're just gonna import them to Arena so you get the grand reveal, okay? Here comes third place, baby. You want to see some hot new technology? Dude, we are dripping in new card technology. The 500 IQs have chosen to not acknowledge this set whatsoever so far. It's guys, it's not the same. How could you say that? It's disrespectful to write this off as the same. There are 2 Tidebinders in the main deck and no Gix's commands. Still no Shieldreds, that's interesting. That's interesting. Guys, remember when the rotation was supposed to like make more like thematic decks possible? I hope they have something more in mind to do that in the near future, because so far, no good. All right, next deck, 4th place. Ready? Nope, that's not it. Get on a red. There we go. Let me try to get a better take. Get mono red. Yeah, this if I can't sing the mono red song because these cards just aren't musical enough, we're just gonna have to do something different. See if I can get kicked off YouTube live. Isn't Anoint with Affliction a new card? No, it's not. Anoint with Affliction has been out since All Will Be One. All right, does Mono Red run any new cards? We got 4 Frenzies, 4 Forges, no Godric's. Blows my mind, actually. A single copy of Squee. I mean, this Mono Red deck, besides making me wish to vomit, has at least done something different. But I can't give them too much credit. All right, sideboard. Festivities, Barrage, Koth. 3 copies, okay. Bolt, Warcraft, Squee, Vampire's Vengeance, and a Mountain. That's a mountain down there at the bottom, because Mono Red just kind of said, brain no worky, no more, out of energy. We're going to put a mountain in our sideboard. Are we being satirical on purpose? Yes, but no, but yes. I would think there wasn't enough time to test with new cards, so that's why we aren't seeing them. I don't believe that is correct. It is... I've been watching these results for a long time. I don't know if you have. I have. New cards are... It is pretty regular to have new cards quickly show up and make appearances. Maybe not every new card. A card like Preacher of the Schism, I think, took longer to catch on, but you will normally see new cards very quickly. People do want to play with them. So it is, if the cards are good, they do show up very quickly on MTGO. The card availability issues of Arena don't actually translate as much to MTGO because MTGO has the rental services, Card Hoarder, not sponsored, but just as one that I knew of, where you can pay a monthly amount and get access to all cards. So usually things move faster on MTGO than even Arena. So I'm answering a question, which is normally not my thing. I would expect good new cards to show up. That would be normal. This much no new cards is not normal. There's only been a few sets, I think, in history that had a bunch of good cards in them and didn't show up on week 1. So, 4 decks in. 4 new cards, all of them being No More Lies, all of them in one list. Shall we continue? Next up, ooh-hoo-hoo. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Is this the spice you're looking for? We've got Rakdos. 3 cut downs, 3 bitter triumphs, 4 deep cavern bat, 1 go for the throat, 1 tenacious underdog, 4 inti, Seneschal of the Sun, 4 blood tithe harvester, 4 preacher, 3 Gix, 1 Liliana, 3 archfiend, 2 sheldred, 2 geological appraiser, a whole bunch of mana. You can play anything you want in standard as long as it's not new. Sideboard, 2 Duress, 2 Extract the Truth, 1 Brotherhood's End, 1 Aclazotz, 1 Gix's Command, 2 Graveyard Trespasser, 1 Liliana, 1 Path of Peril, 1 Obnixilis, 1 Gix's Command, 2 Cruelty of Gix. Literally a who's who of all the good black cards, a handful of decent red cards, and none of the new cards so far. Holy crap. This is getting bleak, but we're not done. There's only 5 fifth place. It's only 5 new decks of the top 8. All right. Right now we're on 4 copies of No More Lies as the entire, here's new cards that have made the cut. Let's check this out. Whoa. Guys, wild cards needed to complete this deck. 1 uncommon and 5 rares. This is meaningful. There's got to be spice here. There has to be spice here. There has to be spice in here. I swear, I have like 90% of most of the standard legal sets. 90% plus. It's blue, black. And we have down here 2 copies of Lazav, Wearer of Faces, and 3 copies of Cryptic Coat. 2 and a blue, enters the battlefield, cloak the top card of your library, then attach the coat to it. Equipped creature gets +1/+0, can't be blocked, return it to its owner's hand. And Lazav. When it attacks, exile target card from a graveyard, then investigate. Whenever you sack a clue, you may have this become a copy of a creature card exiled with it until end of turn. What are we turning into? There's Gix, there's Invasion of Amonkhet. I mean, like, looking at the deck, obviously the best thing to turn into is Sheoldred, but there's no big hits. It feels like the deck's objective is to turn into things of your opponents, which is interesting. It's almost like they don't run any heavy hitters of their own. It's full on like take out the opponent stuff. Turning into Shelly's nice. There's just 2 copies. It's not like that's even going to be consistent. You know? Interesting. Very interesting. There's 4 Spyglass Siren. There's 3 Ledger Shredder. There's 2 Schooner. There's 4 Bats. And there's 3 Gix. So at its core, it's a Dimir Gix deck. Like, this is the important bits. Is that you are playing Gix or transforming into Gix, I would guess. Cryptic Code is good with Gix because unblockability means you're drawing cards. At its core, it's definitely a Gix deck. It's not a new strategy, but it is trying some different things. I'm really curious how often Lazav and Invasion get to turn into things like Atroxa and stuff from the opponent. In best of 1, we get to turn into a Swift Spear. Yeah, that's true. Sideboard, Cut Down, Dreams, Duress, Stroke, Big Old Bat Guy, Hearse, Tidebinders, Glistening Deluge, another Gix's Command, and a Virtue. A whole menu of removal coming out of the sideboard there. I feel like the decks that are doing well really did have a plan for the Boros Convoke deck, because you see Gix's commands in the main that weren't there before. You see sideboard Glistening Deluge, you know? They had a plan. I'm not sure I mean, it looks like it was enough. They didn't lose to the Boros Convoke deck, but I don't know if it would be enough in like a best of one setting to have 8 Gixis command. You'd need more technology. That is a busted 4/4. I mean, sure, it's good. And then they kill it, but yeah, no. It's fine. That plus invasion is good. I'm not saying it's not. We've got the bat worshippers coming through chat again. Just, oh my god, the bat! I love the bat! The bat's the greatest thing! Bat isn't great in a board wipe meta. Maybe you take their board wipe and they never draw another one, or maybe you take their board wipe and they play one and you lose. I just, like, look, it's a good card, but y'all, like, you guys, like, oh my god, Deep Cavern Bat. Do you wake up in the morning just wondering what you're gonna steal with Deep Cavern Bat? It's got its own format. Have you guys seen this? Have you guys seen the bat format? Like, it's some kind of game like where you play 56 swamps and 4 bats, and then you can only add things to your deck when you steal them from your opponent. It's like the dumbest little game, and it just proves that you guys are so horny for bats. And I'm sorry I don't relate. I get turned off by guano, but you guys are just so freaking psychotic for casting these bats. I don't know what to do. All right. Anyway, we got at least some new cards in there, didn't we? We kind of broke the seal on, like, I would say, not a different strategy. It wasn't like an all new strategy, but it was some different cards in an existing strategy. It's something. It's something. We really don't have any new strategies yet. 7th place. Boros Convoke. We need to talk about this BS. We need to talk about this bull. It's not that it got a bunch of things that change everything. It got way more consistent, right? Gleeful Demolition went from like, oh, the nut draw is Epicure into Gleeful, and another 1-drop and a Night Errant on the same turn into a Recruiter, and you attack for potentially 19, right? And then they give you Novice Inspector. This little printing. It's basically a reprint, just in a different skin. And now you have 8 ways to have that treasure on turn 1, or that artifact, right? So that on turn 2 you can do the demolition. And now suddenly that draw is happening much more often, much more consistently. And that draw is deadly, but the deck doesn't need it. The deck is just good when you have these 12 1-drops. The Warden of the Inner Sky combining with these becomes a big flying monster so quickly. Oh, I know. Let's add the bunny. This thing becomes an absolute house so quickly. And there's another new card. One that I actually am pretty proud of myself. I did call that this could be a good card in this archetype. Case of the Getaway Express. I didn't have it in my version. I wish I had. It's really close with War Leader's. It's War Leader's Call is the Anthem / Impact Tremors effect. It's actually much closer than I think I thought, because you get that sweet removal spell and you get a half Anthem. It's very, very strong, right? So, like, I think it's a lot closer than I originally thought. I thought originally that the War Leader's Call was Cry, whatever it is way better. And now I think it's really close. It really depends how many creatures you expect to see in your meta, if this is what you need to do on turn 2 some amount of the time, and if so, this can be the better card. I also found that the War Leader's Call also got like tangled in my hand a lot with other 3-drops, like the Evangelist, whereas the Case doesn't, it doesn't clog the hand the same way. Notable numbers: 22 land. I ran 23 in my best of 1 build. I would probably take it to 22 now. if I had it to do again. I like the Thram portals. I got a lot of comments on why Thram portal. It's because you can't afford to mulligan and you don't have many untapped lands. Sundown Pass kind of scams you. The creature land scams you. Thram portal scams you in a different way, and it can lead to your best curves actually working out. One each of Sokenzen and Iganjo I don't really like for best of one. It makes your worst draws really, really worse. I like the portals instead. Sideboard and the festivities for the mirror. They're already preparing for the mirror. Destroy evil. Invasion. Barrage. Invasion. Up to 4 invasions. Lantern Flare. X damage to target creature or planeswalker. You gain X life. X is the number of creatures you control. Nasty. Is this... I mean, depending on how you count invasion. Invasion is like disruption. Everything else is removal. Look at all the removal in the sideboard. So post board, there's no way this, like, there are many matchups where a lot of this comes in. They're just trying to sideboard like the perfect amount of removal depending on the type of opponent you're playing against. I wonder if they take out the case. I'd be really curious how a deck like this would sideboard. It feels like the things on the chopping block are probably the case and the bunny, and you just sideboard in the perfect removal and or invasion of Gobakhan. Maybe invasion only comes in on the play. Interesting. It's very interesting. All right, that was 7th place. Let's check out 8th place. We got some spice in 8th place, maybe. Maybe some never before seen Magic the Gathering deck. Featuring new cards, maybe. Uh-oh. Stuff we have to craft. 1 rare. Show me. The card we need to craft is, yep, Cryptic freaking Coat. 1 copy in... Do I say this right? 1 copy in Soldiers? Is this even Soldiers? Hold on. There's 4 veterans, 2 recruitment officers, and 2 wardens. 4 resolutes, 4 sentinels, 2 harbins. I guess it counts as Soldiers? I can't believe Cryptic Coat in Soldiers. Like, why is playing this better than other options? The 3 drops in general here are spicy, right? It's 2 Tidebinders, a Lauren, a Cryptic Coat, 4 announcement you expect. Virtues in this deck, making knights not soldiers. Interesting, very interesting. They do still run the beachhead. I guess it's still soldiers. They also believe in 2 Otawara, 2 Iganjo. Huh. They believe in make disappear instead of no more lies, which makes sense when you have a bunch of creatures, I think. I don't know. It's probably why it's 8th place. 8th place in a 64-player competitive challenge is really good. The record is probably the same as like 5 or 6 other players in the top 8. It's just about tiebreakers. Yeah, this is not the Soldiers you're necessarily used to. Definitely inspired by Simon Gertson's top 8 run at Worlds. I think he got to the finals of Worlds. And adding more flash stuff. Just the 1 new card, the Cryptic Coat. We're trying out 1 Whittle new card. And in the sideboard, Destroy Evil, Get Lost, Invasion of Gobakhan, Lantern Flare, Expel the Interlopers, Protect the Negotiators, Tokasia's Welcome, Tidebinder, Wandering Emperor, and Vanquish the Horde. This deck sideboards in 2 sweepers potentially, and Expel the Interlopers and Vanquish the Horde. That's pretty intense. That tells you something about your meta. So 1 new card, Cryptic Coat. Old strategy, 1 new card. All right, that's your top 8. I'm gonna scroll for a second, see if I find anything extra juicy to show you guys. What the? Okay. All right, 9th place. 9th place decided to show up. Let's see. This is something. 4 Novice Inspector, 4 Spyglass Siren, 4 Gleeful Demolition, 4 Volduran Epicure, 4 Experimental Synthesizer, like they are all in on the Gleeful Demolition and the artifacts, 2 Voltage Surge, 4 Schooner, 4 Disruption Protocol, a Cryptic Coat, 4 Zodiac, Zoetic, 4 Zodic Glyph, 3 War Leader's Call, 4 Public Thoroughfare? When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice unless you tap an untapped artifact or land you control, add a mana of any color. This is so weird. It doesn't have the payoffs of the other decks. It doesn't have Warden of the Inner Sky. And it doesn't have the Convoke anything. Jeskai Triome. Yeah, sure is. What do we think of this? I mean, obviously they're trying to glyph, right? They're coming at you with the 5/4. They have I mean, everything's like an artifact except for the Gleeful Demolition, the Surges, the Protocols, and the glyphs themselves, and I guess the War Leader's Call. That's so many artifacts. Holy cow. That's pretty bizarre. End the festivities, destroy evil. A Calpackle. Litho Barrage, negate Iconoclast. All right. So what's the new cards? War Leader's Call, Novice Inspector, Cryptic Coat. I mean, at least there's 3. I think. Oh, and Public Thoroughfare. That's a record for new cards in a deck in the 9th place list. That's pretty cool. Seems clunky. I have to say, there are things I associate with the term clunky. This is not close to that. Clunky to me is a glut of 3, 4, and 5 mana cards that make it hard to double spell. This is so many 1 mana cards. I can't imagine using the term clunky to describe this in the least. It's bad Boros. Is it? You have counter spells in this deck. Boros doesn't have counter spells. You have Sweeper Resilience in the Schooner. Is it bad Boros? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced it's bad Boros. This deck kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Yeah, no convokage. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, we're looking around. So in 10th place we had Boros. In 11th place we have Toxic. No new cards. In 12th place we have Esper with Cryptic Coat. What is this? All right, let's check out this 13th place list. What has we got here? Lucky 13th place. That ain't it. Wrong copy paste. Please don't judge. How did that happen, actually? That one it. Oh, it's over here. Okay, I clicked the wrong deck. That's how that happened. No green in top 10, but we have green in the top 13, baby. Somebody brought green. Look at what the heck is this stuff. Just have a minute, guys. Take a minute. What is going on? 4 Cabaret Courtyard, 3 Broker's Hideout. So immediately you know this deck is not like the others. We got Fading Hope, Negate. We got 4 Pranksters, 2 Galvanic, Iteration, Scrutiny, 4 copies of Rage. All right. X damage to any target. Sorcery speed. Put X lands from your hand and or graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. Aww. 4 copies of Spelunking. Aww. Then we got 3 Deluge. 4 Ill-Timed Explosion. Draw 2 cards. You may discard 2 cards. When you do, X damage to each creature, where X is the greatest mana value among cards discarded this way. Kind of a sweeper. 1 Burn Down the House. 4 Kellens. Investigate. You may play an additional land. Flying Vigilance. 3/4 attacks. Destroy up to 1 artifact. If you control that permanent, draw a card. I mean, when you look at this, you're like, oh, you have to have a decent sized card to discard to blow everything up, right? This deck doesn't care. This deck has no decent sized cards. Like, the most it's going to deal is 5 if you hit the 1 Burn Down the House, 4 if you hit the Memory Deluge or the Kellen or another explosion. It's most likely to deal like 2 damage. That's a lot of sweepers? No, it's not. There were 8 in other decks in this top 8. Even the aggro decks seem to have sweepers. Let's see the sideboard, though. End the Festivities, Stroke, Mastermind, 1 of. No, 3 of. Pick your poison. New card, Brotherhood's End, negate Warcrafting. Isn't this a deck? I mean, the World Soul's Rage makes you wonder. It can go face. How many basics are in the deck? Oh, wait. No, it has to fetch basics. I was going to say they can fetch these new lands, but they can't. They have to fetch basics. There are 13 basics. Lucky 13 for 13th place, huh? Is this deck sweet or insane? Does it work in best of 1? And what do you use Galvanic Iteration with? You use it with the Rage because you pull out the sack lands and then you pull them back out again? Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know. Is blue worth it? One, is blue worth it? It's got 20. There are 23 blue cards in the deck. These are the things I see in chat. I just look for a second and I catch stuff like this. Is blue worth it? There's 23 blue cards. It's mostly blue deck. The deck's like empty without blue. Like, what are you combining without blue? Splunking in World Soul's Rage. I need nothing else. I can't. Oh my god. Ah. Man, blue's a good color. Blue is a good color. All right. Let me see if I can find you any other spice really close to the top, but I think I've scrolled about as much as I'm going to scroll because we've got Boros, we've got Esper, we've got Boros and Esper. Yeah. Let's but guys, this isn't the only tournament that happened over the weekend on MTGO. This was just the biggest one. It was just the big one. We also had a tournament that was a 32-player one on Saturday. Maybe this one wasn't affected by the Super Bowl and had the Ultra Giga Brain showing up. So let's check out the first place list from that tournament. Ready? 4 helping hand, 4 consider, 3 gazes, 4 slights, 4 get lost, 4 recommission, 2 archaeologist, 4 shredder, 4 prankster, 4 mentor, 4 haughties, some land, 19 land, sideboard, evil, stroke, peacekeeper, Hercule, spell pierce, knockout blow, temporary lockdown, welcome to something. I can't see. Welcoming vampire. No new cards. Second place. I'm not going to bother uploading it. It's Esper. It's Esper with no new cards. Third place. I'm not going to bother uploading it. It's Rakdos. It's the exact same Rakdos list as Sunday. Exactly the same. Fourth place. It's almost the exact same blue-white deck with Hornlock Whale. 2 Hornlock Whales in it. It does run No More Lies. It does run No More Lies if you're looking for a new card count. So we got No More Lies in the 4th place blue-white control deck. 5th place. It's Esper. No new cards. 6th place. It's Atraxa Ramp. No new cards. 7th place. It's Boros. The new cards are Novus Inspector and Warrior's Call in case of the Getaway Express. And 8th place is Boros. And the new cards are Warleader's Call and Novice Inspector. No Getaway Express in this one. That's the top 8. So let's talk about new cards we saw in top 8s today. Let's put them on a list, shall we? Cryptic Coat. I have to go into my not collected for this. Unbelievable. No More Lies. Novice Inspector. Case of the Getaway. Case of the Gateway Express. Why do I keep saying Getaway Express? I'm an idiot. War Leaders Thingy Majiggy. Was there anything else in the top 8s? Not in the scroll down to 13th. The Lazav. Wow. You're right. When you're right, you're right. Another one I don't own yet. Glyph is not new. There was not an Ezram. The tapped land, nope. Actually, none of the tapped lands made it into the top 8s. Public Thoroughfare. That was in 9th. That was in 9th. That did not make the top 8. Doppelganger or Vein Ripper. You guys, you are now making up cards that were no part of this stream. We are going back to the cards that made the top 8 of the events that we are covering in this stream. We are not naming our favorite Timmy trash from Gold. That is not what we're doing here. The Kellen deck was 13th. It did not make top 8. Actively devolving. It's true. It's evolution, but in reverse. All right, I think this was it. I think this is all. Oh my God, you guys. Why is it Twitch? YouTube isn't doing this. YouTube is playing by the rules. Twitch is just naming bad cards. Well, to be fair, cards that are probably good, but are not what we're trying to name right now. Why is it Twitch? YouTube is totally behaved. Hi, YouTube. Team YouTube is winning this stream so hard. I think it's because Twitch is better at trolling, to be honest. And they also like attention a lot more. Yeah, now Twitch is just trying to name how many cards from the new set they can name. All right, if I had told you before the stream that 6 cards from the new set would make it into decks, would you say that was good or bad? Into the top 8 of a competitive event. A top 8 of a tournament. Would you say 6 new cards is good or bad? I'm curious. We got a mix. We got a mix. We've got a mix, guys. How do I feel about it? It's not so much the number 6 to me, it's the types of new cards. So, 3 of these are from one deck. This is technically a new card, but it does not feel like a new card. Does that make sense? This is a new type of card. It's Case. This one at least was pretty interesting to evaluate. Feels a bit like a new card. I'm okay with this. By the way, how about 3 of these being uncommon? If you're looking at buying boosters for the set, this is common. 1 common and 2 uncommons. You can just craft these, right? War Leader's Call. I mean, this is a very powerful new aggro card. So this in the list doesn't feel bad per se. It is frustrating that it's 3 cards in one deck, but that deck doesn't feel... It doesn't feel Murders at Tarkov Manor themed, right? It's just a brutally efficient aggro deck that existed before and has some little upgrades, right? That's frustrating. Then we have Cryptic Coat. This is an interesting card I guess I have to play with. Maybe it's better than I thought it was. Lazav? I gotta be honest, I'm not even sure Lazav should be in the deck. Like, I'm still not convinced on Lazav, but we'll play it. It had almost no Lazav synergy. The deck was not a Lazav deck necessarily, right? Oh, the limited gamers are showing up in chat. I drafted Cryptic Code. It's nasty. Here they come. The limited gamers sneaking onto ladder with their limited tactics. There's always one. There's always one. There's always this card in limited. It was Imidane's Recruiter in the last set, right? and it just set standard on fire, and nobody knew it but the limited players. All right. I gotta be honest, this seems like a low impact set. If its claim to fame is that it took Boros Convoke from a B tier deck to an S tier deck, that's not, in my opinion, a successful Magic the Gathering set. They shouldn't be grabbing like an archetype that's just trying to be the most brutal, efficient, get the game over curve as soon as possible, and taking that up tiers. Like, if that's all a set does, that's very frustrating to me. And did No More Lies make blue white control that much better? It's good, but I don't know if like was that a need in the format. And I think that is a very questionable thing. I think the blue white resurgence is mostly a response to being able to play 8 sweepers, 4 lockdowns, and 4 sunfalls, 9 sweepers, add 1 farewell, and just totally trounce a new S tier deck in Boros. I think that that's all it is a reaction to that meta. And as soon as mid-range finds the answers to that Boros deck, blue-white will be just dead in the water again, because mid-range is so good at beating up blue-white, and I don't think No More Lies will save it. So I don't think No More Lies will have a long-term impact that is like somehow meta-defining, though it will get played. Lazav, I'm super cynical of Lazav, but I bet Lazav is a lot better in a ramp meta if ramp rises to the top again. Ramp has to now answer Boros, which is a good thing. I want ramp to be challenged, but I don't know what that will actually mean for the format, because I'm sure ramp can find something to do. They'll play lockdowns, they'll play as many depopulates as they have to, and then we'll see if they can compete at the top end with what other decks are doing. But it doesn't feel like a fresh meta yet. The good news is that there is a Pro Tour coming up in Chicago in just under 2 weeks, and it's going to be the first time that they did a standard Pro Tour within the same month as a new set being released and legal in standard in years. And that gives me a lot of hope, because if the best players in the world can figure out some cool, unexpected, spicy stuff, that will really add a lot of the kind of love back to standard, back to the format that I know I loved for so many years. And I'm really looking forward to watching that Pro Tour and seeing what comes out of it. If the Pro Tour doesn't release anything new, then I think we can put an official fork in the format and say, yeah, we're just, I guess, waiting for the next set to see if it shakes anything, and then the next set to see if it shakes anything, and then rotation to see if rotation shakes anything. So far, I would say Murders is not providing any of what I hoped would happen to the meta, and I hope I'm wrong and that the pros can prove me wrong. So that's my take. That's my YouTube video. Thank you for watching. You're cool. In case you didn't figure it out, we're going to do some cutty cuts on that and make a little YouTube video for you guys, for the people who don't watch the live stream. Yay. Now we've got to actually record some gameplay video today that I'm sure many of you would like to watch. But honestly, look at the viewership for this. There's over 1,000 viewers between Twitch and YouTube on this. So give yourselves a hand for watching me talk about meta. Have a quick look at Untapped. For them best of 1 stats, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, look, he mythic. Yeah, don't worry about what happened after I got to mythic. Fine. Just trying to build new decks in this format. So, my God. By the end of the day on February 6th, the release date for the new set, Mono Red was more popular than any month leading up to it. In best of 1. New cards, New cards came out. None of them, from what I can tell, are being really played in mono red. And more people played mono red than at any other point in the previous 2 months, 2.5 months. This hurts me, man. It's not like the win rate went way up or anything. The win rate actually dips and they still play it. I hate them so much. I hate it so much. Lilith, thank you for being a Cool Kids Club member for 21 months. Continue the new arc. Get red. Get mono red. I gotta practice. It's gotta seem nice and natural when I throw it into videos. Guys, all of you mono red apologists, it's the cheapest wild cards. It's the most practical for getting your daily wins. You too. Now, interesting, right? Look. It actually drops. So here, it actually drops. It actually does go down, but look at what rises. Look at what actually goes up. What is this? This is... What are you? Is that Boros? Is that what this is? I can't tell. The colors are too similar. Is that Boros? No, it's not Boros, because look, that Boros is... Oh, that's Boros Control. I'm clicking the wrong Boros. Hold up. Where's the Boros? There it is. Boros Convoke. Where are you at? That is you. Yeah. Yeah. They switched to Boros Convoke. All right. Some of the mono red share goes to Boros. That tells me what I need to know. The type of people who like that deck. They'll add another color if they think it will win a lot more. Check out the win rate. So the Boros deck, its win rate rises, but it doesn't rise as fast as the player base from mono red. Like they're all like jumping over to it, right? They're basically inverse lines. The win rate goes up a little, but not a lot. I'm looking for any sign that mono red players start playing the deck and its win rate go down. That would be funny to me. Now what deck is it over here? What is this green line that's just getting absolutely screwed? Is that Golgari? Oh no, it is. Oh my god. Look at the drop off in Golgari. The win rate up here, I mean, it tells you in a number what you need to know, 46.8%, but look at this plummet. This is a deck that can't beat Boros. That's what this is. Isn't that brutal? Oh yeah, and players trying out the Roots card. Yeah. Trust me, I felt that in a stream recently. I know how that feels. Seth, thank you very much for 28 months of support on Twitch. You're cool. And then anything else have a win rate going burr? There's a play rate here that's going up and a win rate that's going down. What is it? What are you? I'm trying to click on you. I can't tell for sure. Is it Amalia? Life gain? Life gain. So the life gain popularity went up and its win rate was going up. And then all of a sudden, all these players started playing it and the win rate went down. What would cause that? You guys like suck at life gain? I thought you guys would be good at life gain. You're telling me my call out for everybody to play life gain to beat mono red and they all started losing? Damn it. I failed. The cry for help was such a fail. Oh no. Oh no. What have I done? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lead so many astray. I didn't know you guys sucked so bad at life gain. I didn't think anybody could suck at life gain. It's not my fault. I think it's my fault. So the Boros matchup with life gain is actually, well, we can try to see it on here. I find my experience with it has been, it's like kind of a coin flip. I don't think it's that bad, but sure. Let's check the matchups. Against mono red. Wait, Boros is 49% against mono red? Boros loses to mono red? I mean, it's close, but it loses to mono red? Why are they playing it? Why are they playing it? No way. That's tragic. All right, Boros beats Azorius 54%. That might change once the lockdowns start, you know, catching on. Oh my God, Boros is 43% against enchantments. God, don't give me another reason to play enchantments. Mono black, that makes sense. Yeah, look, Boros is 43% against Amalia. 43%. Amalia beats Boros a good amount, guys. Right? So what are your bad matchups? 59% against mono red, 57% against Boros, 24%. I have occasionally been accused in my history as a YouTuber of trying to popularize a deck that's good against mono red and terrible against control. And I don't know where that comes from. It's not like I just released a blue-white control deck a day or two later or something. If you look at the matchups though, look at this. The only other bad matchup is enchantments. When I build decks, and I build a lot of decks that are good against mono red and aren't good against control. No bullshit. I'm sorry. No bull. I just concede on like turn 3. I would like the amount of time it's going to take for blue white to beat me is like probably like, you know, 8 to 10 minutes, and I could just go queue up again and I'll probably get an aggro deck that I'll dumpster, right? So that's how I approach it. You do you, I guess. I've had this button on my soundboard for like 4 years. I just never use it. So what is enchantments? Enchantments is 49% against mono red. Ugh. 57% against Boros. 53 against black. 31% against control. Love it. Let's go. It's 46% against Esper. Which domain? The fuck is which domain? Why is it called witch domain? Where's the witch? I don't see a witch. That's not a witch. What is witch domain? Which is the... Oh, it's a 4-color. Oh, okay. The witch Nephilim. That's what it is. Okay. Not at all confusing. Even a caveman knows that. By the way, check out this domain deck. 39% against mono red. GG's. Who's dumpstering mono red? Who's beating it? Mono black is, actually. And Amalia. And mono white. And Esper. And Orzhov again. And Simic artifacts, actually, which is surprising. And yet, they won't stop playing it. It's not like they outsmarted the world. Just their brain only work one way. Look at the amount of mirrors they play. The first person to block loses. Fun. So fun. All right. Anyway. They play 50 games an hour. Frickin' Zoomers, man. So tier 1, since the new meta, is, according to this, Selesnya enchantments, Boros Convoke, Mono Red Aggro, Boros Humans, Jeskai Control. Actually, there's a long list here. Jeskai Control, Mono White Humans, Bant Toxic, Azorius Control, Azoria... Amalia did make tier 1, guys. I wasn't just scamming you. You did make tier 1. Good job, guys. Good job. Azorius. 60% win rate? This is the... I mean, this is just... 4 soul partitions. This is my old mill deck. The old version of that mill deck with no more lies. It does run 3 lockdowns. But 4 soul partitions, huh? I found that card to actually be struggling. But here it's a 60%er. I can't believe Selesnya is number 1. This deck hasn't changed so much as its underwear. All right, Jeskai Control. What the hell is this? It's only 1 deck. Somebody made a video, I guess. Oh, this card's been so bad for me. 2 Strangle, a No Witnesses, an Ill-Timed Explosion, 2 Sunfall. Torch the Tower, Get Lost, Deduce. Lies, Helix, Deluge, Intrude. Wait a minute. So this is the only version that has enough matches to show up as an individual, like, deck here, but it's only got a 52% win rate. It wouldn't have made tier 1. It's actually bringing down the average. Interesting. Included win rate. Highest card. Quick study. What the hell? Farewell? Kept 81%. Jesus. Well, they all say low data. Elegant Parlor? Ill-Timed Explosion. Weird. All this is weird. I would have expected Lightning Helix to be up here. Where's our Helix? Helix is right here. 57% win rate. It's okay. It's not busted. I don't know. This doesn't actually look good. Like, this doesn't look good to me. Let's go with 100 plus matches. Or where's the one with the high win rate? Wait, what the hell? All of the YouTuber lists, basically all of the lists that people have taken from social media and played in a significant sample size of matches with, are bringing down the win rate. Is that what I'm seeing here? Because the highest win rate is a 54%er, and it's in tier 1 because it boasts a 55.8% win rate. So all of the copied lists right now are bad. Well, not bad, but worse than the people just out there messing around doing their own thing. That might be an opportunity. That might be an opportunity. Those numbers do not add up. The Brewers are winning. I know, it's weird. I mean, none of these decks stand out to me as like stuff I want to play except the blue-black one. I guess some of these other ones. This Jeskai deck was weird. But yeah, I guess I have to work on my own list for Jeskai. I basically want blue-white control with Lightning Helix. There have been more unique decks. They're all lame. All right, let's clear it up a little bit in here. We're not going to do that blue-white list. We're not doing Boros Convoke again. We're not doing that Rakdos list again. We're definitely not doing mono red. Will I do Esper? Will I do the Esper deck that won the whole thing? It'll basically fail. Like, it'll get like no clicks. Esper is dead content. Every Esper mid-range deck is like absolute 0 out of 10, would not ride again. What was this one? Oh yeah, this is Cryptic Coat and Soldiers. One new card, not good enough. This is the Demir with some new cards. I could definitely play that. Was this one? This is just the 6 cards that seem to matter. We don't need that anymore. The Teamer deck looks cool. The Jeskai deck looks bizarre. Both of those didn't top 8 though, so I guess we should work with this. All right, best of 1 technology, guys. Best of 1 technology. I think we need at least another one of these and another one of these. How do we make that space? I like that there's already 2 schooners. That strikes me as pretty smart. Gix is an incredibly polarizing best of 1 card, but this deck is definitely built around it. Ozav out. We're not cutting the new card, but that is what I would do. On 25 land, I think we can we go 24 on this list? I think we actually can. It should probably be one of the islands. 4 underground rivers, 4 shores. cut one card. I really want to run the Bat God, but I guess Gix's command is better. Maybe one Shredder. I feel like 2 birds is okay. You guys think I'm crazy? Could be 1 Make Disappear. There aren't that many huge spells in Best of 1 at all, right? Could definitely be the Make Disappear. In fact, it's really tempting to turn this into an Urtai, because you can copy your Urtai with your invasion. You can get it back with command. Sunfall is everywhere. No, it's not. There's nothing says MTG Arena newbie more than Sunfall. Losing to sweepers is for noobs, guys. Nobody loses to sweepers. I mean, we could cut a Shelly. I just think against mono red, you need more Shelly. This is fine, right? This is fine. The only thing I'm like, I could turn the Make Disappear into an Urtai. And then the Urtai can be copied by Invasion for its ETB effect. The Urtai you can get it back with Gix's command. You can exile it to Lazav. Like, having a creature is a little bit better than a spell. That's basically all that I'm thinking about here. But 4 mana is so much. And Urtai is such trash against Boros. It really is. It won't work with Urtai. Yeah, it does. It works with Urtai because it gives you something to exile to investigate, not because I want the ETB. Are we prepared for mono red? I find Shredder okay against it. It's the coat that I'm not sure is good against it. I mean, I know they don't want to pay the ward, but they still can just power right over it. And I know that Gix is pretty bad against mono red. So I'm not sure our 3-drops are doing the job, and I think Invasion isn't good against them either. So our 3-drops are kind of sus. Our 3-drops are very sus against mono red. The rest of the deck is fine. So if we're keeping a hand with like 2 or 3 3-drops against mono red, we might be in trouble. All right, I say we try it out. Let's see. I've been doing members only via the recording session. Let's see if we can do some recording here with everybody here. I'm going to jump to members chat because it gets really distracting. And I try to stay focused when recording. So, wave goodbye. If you have any last words, get them out. And then, where did my Twitch thingy go? Thank you guys. You're cool. Where is my game volume? There you are. And away we go. On the play, we have the bat Coach Shieldred. I don't know if they have a chance. I mean, we don't have a 1-mana play. That would just be oppressive. Where's lag coming from? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the alerts are still on. Chat's trying to invade. Twitch chat's trying to invade my video. Just pretend that didn't happen, everybody. It's fine. This is fine. Is it bad? Why is it lagging? What is lagging so hard? What the hell is this? I have a 3-drop. I want it to resolve. Okay. Looks like we get to play a coat, and we're gonna find out right away how good this coat actually is against control decks. The face down card's a schooner, so I can't turn that face up. I can only turn it up if it's a creature. But hey, I've got a 3/2 can't be blocked ward. And the opponent's going into a turn with a Jace, but the Jace isn't good against the ward card. We just attack him down. Stop talking weirdness, Jace. Okay, hating on the bat. There is a farewell, but it's a long ways away. Let's put the clock on him. Hit the face. Hit the face. This is about damage. What you gonna do? Minus? You minus? You're not gonna minus. A little hating on Shieldred.
Organic minds are easily quelled.
Demolition Field is kind of a problem. Didn't want to see that. But I guess if they use it, that's an issue. The invasion. The invasion. Interesting. Do we want to play that? Do we want to attack it? When we're pretty close to killing them, they're going to take 1, go to 11. They're going to draw, they're going to take 2. They're going to go to 9. And take 1, 2, 3, 4. We could put them on 5. Then this has the potential to be lethal. If they demo field it, they don't have a lot of time to do that, right? And we want to be able to bounce our coat, but I don't know if that's even what's important. Very interesting. I think I just try to kill them. It's the best way to do that. Well, start by going face, not playing invasion. They know that, like, their priority 1 has to be get out from under Shieldred. They're just not going to do much if they don't do that. And this can get them down 2-1. If they pay 1 with the Darkar Waste, this is potentially lethal. All right, I guess I should cast the invasion then. Like, what else am I doing with my mana? Bouncing the coat? That's not going to be important. just a little more resources they don't have. We mill a Wandering Emperor. Yeah, if their plan is to draw Sunfall here, it's not going to be good enough with the Reef. That's not a particularly good card for us. So what are they trying to draw? Sunset? If they play Sunset Revelry, we can try to go for the throat our way through them. And this can't be blocked, which I'm starting to realize is really good. Unblockability. I thought it was only for Commander. Uh-huh. Think I get lost or something? Uh-huh. 4 health is not enough. Yeah, getting the Reef down was huge. Go ahead, sweep me. I've never lost to a sweeper in my life. And I won't start today. Here come the taps. Gotta go for the Reef. Makes sense. Give me that island. I can bounce the coat and I keep the creature, right? Sorry, just learning how this card works. And just keep playing it to make more stuff. It doesn't even have to... I guess it's no longer unblockable, which is a pretty big deal. So, like, I could just bounce this on end step just to be able to play it and make more stuff. Okay, there's their land. Lockdown. How does it read this? It does read it as... It reads it as a 2 or a 0. I guess I'm not sure. Alright, they're still alive. With a farewell on the way. And a Jace on the board. This will drop them to 1. And they have to get rid of the Jace, and then we're gonna Mirrex. Or not the Jace, the Shieldred, and then we're gonna Mirrex. But if they have like a Wandering Emperor here, they're in great shape. Well, kind of. I have surprises for them. Go ahead, draw your card. Oh my goodness. Brain going into overload. Otawara. Okay. They did that. Do they have the land? They do, so no more lies is an option, but we can play around it. It's a game of inches. You know, you take a card. And they hope I can't hit a land, I'm sure. Oh my, they hit the Revelry. They gain the life. Unbelievable. I think they just dropped. I think they just drew that because they would have played that first. Maybe. I don't know. But they tap out, so they don't have No More Lies. They do have Farewell. If we play the coat, we have to get it back. We play the Shieldred. 6 goes down to 4. Cast Farewell. We don't get to use Mirrex. I think we have to cast the coat then, which is kind of more obnoxious for them anyway. What's under the coat is the coat. No, what's under the coat is a go for the throat. That rhymes. Now we want to try to position them to the Shieldred being a knockout blow if they're at 2 life or less. Okay, they go for Sunfall. Options, options, options. The go for the throats won't hit the token. Creature can't be blocked. We could bounce the coat or we could make the Mirrex token. But this we can let resolve. They've got No More Lies open, which makes bouncing and recasting the coat interesting. Is that better than making a token? I think it is. It's good to see how obnoxious this coat is. Like, our Mirrex token can't beat their Incubator token. We're not sure they would power it up, but you gotta assume they'd do it. They roped out without using Jace. That's kind of nice. Playing the Shieldred might force the Farewell. They can No More Lies the Shieldred to make sure the Farewell hits the coat. I don't like that. Siren. Looks like they may have left. Okay, they rope out again. This time underneath is a Lazav. Ooh, we can turn it into something. That would be fresh and new. Never done that before. All right, do we leave the mana open for the Mirrex and the coat? I think we do. I guess we can't use this one, which is too bad because we were over 10 minutes into it. I think they were sniping. This is why I can't. This is why we have to go members only streams. I forgot how bad sniping is. It's. Ugh. I think they were sniping and then gave up. So we're gonna switch over to YouTube members only. Thank you guys for watching today's stream. I hope that you found it somewhat entertaining. I hope you continue to enjoy the videos. Much love to you guys. Members only stream will be launching in just a few minutes. So Cool Kids Club members on YouTube, you can watch the recording sessions as part of your perks. See you guys there. And to the rest of you, thank you for watching this stream. As always, I will see you in the next stream. You're cool.